Good morning, everybody. Today is February 19th, 2021, and we are going to be taking a look at gold, silver, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin. First things first, we're going to take a look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 did break out on the weekly, and I need to set this back. That was the 31-day. The weekly is pulling back, however, back into the channel. If I go to the daily, which is the one I am paying attention to, the daily chart has a 2 that is not going below 1. If this 2 manages to close above the body of this 1 candle, I will maintain my extremely bullish posture. However, we could have this as the final correction, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say the top came here, so we were looking for a 1 to 4 candle correction. I believed yesterday was the end of it. However, we may close somewhere in the vicinity of the top of this channel this week, and I will maintain my bullish posture because we are not taking out the lows yet. We touched them, we back tested, and we are not breaking down from 3,884. If we go under that, then I become a bear short term. Now, gold is consolidating after a pretty big leg down. This 6 candle right here just looks like a doji indecision candle. I am not putting too much stock into it. It's still traded below the previous 2 candle closes and the 2 swing lows in the previous 2 days. So I am expecting still more downside. Excuse me. Silver. Silver is looking bullish on the weekly still. I am liking the fact that we are riding really, really hard to get back into this upper bounds area where this 7 and 6 are on the daily. Hopefully we can close in that vicinity, and I will maintain my bullish posture. I am still bullish because we are closing the body of this candle above the triangle. This is where I become an excessively large bull. However, I am still waiting for the break of this red line. When this candle closes today at 2.5 hours, this red line drops down to the body closes of these candles, and I wait for the breakout from there, and that would be my entry. Library, because I just have the chart up. Library, I am also hosting video service. I have been looking at it. I saw the breakout. I am waiting for a pullback back down to the top of the triangle area. I don't know how much further it will go down. However, I am seeing a pullback, and it looks pretty aggressive. At the back test at the top of the triangle, I will probably re-enter a position there, truth be told. Now, Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the daily, we are having a very, very large 4, going above a 3, going above a 2, breaking out of this channel. This channel is something I've been staring at since 20,000. And it became abundantly clear when we came back to here and we started riding up this area that we had something significant on our hands. I am very, very bullish. This is a $17,000 spread on a channel. That breakout at $50,000 puts us at $68,000 or $67,000 in the vicinity of where I think a top is coming for the short term, followed by a significant pullback of 40% or more. My 4-hour chart is on a 4, going above a 3, going above a 2, going above a 1, breaking all-time highs. We are seeing volume start to increase rapidly. This is a very bullish signal for me. And remember what I said yesterday about starting to get a little bit nervous when we got into this overbought territory over here above 72. Now, the minute we start getting into this overbought territory, we are really close to the previous top right over here on the RSI. The MACD has crossed over and gone flat. However, the price is rising. The MACD is diverging from price. Does that mean we are looking for a pullback? We are now at 55,200, which is great. I am very, very bullish on this. This may be a short-term top followed by a little bit of consolidation and maybe a pullback to back test 52. I am not confident, however, that back tests are going to be met very readily. We already saw that this failed back test happened. Even though this wick right here looks like it was the back test, I would have preferred the closes on these candles to be the back test. We held strong above 50K, and we are rising because of it. My bullish posture does not change. I think we get more and more bullish from here. Hourly chart. The hourly is on a 6. We had a 9, we had a 1 going above the 9, we had a 2 going above the 1 going above the 9, and we are starting a new countdown and we are coming back up. The DeMark system, the setup trend line is still intact and is way down at $51,000. I think that another setup trend is going to be coming really, really soon. And what was the breakout price of this triangle? It was $2,500, more or less. 52 plus 2,500 puts you around 55,000. We have hit the triangle target. This triangle is invalidated now. It played out perfectly. So now that we have a run up, and if we are going to have a pullback, which I don't assume we will have anytime soon, even though we are overbought, I think we're just going to consolidate and then move up. I think we can hit, looks like we hit the 3618, which is impressive. So we did manage to almost bounce to 56. I think we can go way more bullish, way faster. However, for a pullback, I will be taking the bottom of this wick to the top here and saying the maximum pullback I am expecting is this 618 right here. So now that we have all of this, now we can start moving our lines up. The close below the 618 makes me nervous. The break below here at the 883 is where I become bearish. So these are the areas that we get to look for now. Very simple. As long as we stay above this channel, this little tiny channel that formed on the hourly, I'll maintain my bullish posture. I don't think we're going to break down to here. I think the breakdown is more likely to come at around 54. I think 54 is a strong enough place to bounce, and it's where the moving averages are at. Pay attention to the moving averages. The MACD is still trending up. The RSI, also something to take note of, is potentially breaking down right here to pull back. Potentially. I will not put too much stock in that. I will be removing this, however, and I will be removing this. It's time to start cleaning up the charts. Going back to the 4-hour, the RSI, I'm still going to maintain my bullish posture on because we are still above this trend line. As long as we're above this trend line, I will maintain my bullish stance on the RSI indicator. It is time to adjust this channel out that we broke from. It is also time to potentially create another channel. And this channel will be from here to here. So I'm going to remove this old channel. It no longer needs to stay in play. I'm going to drop down this channel slightly to make sure that we are not hitting or punching through any of the bodies of these candles. I'm going to adjust this as tightly as possible and say that this is the top of the new channel. My pullback is still going to be set right here on the 4-hour. We'll be moving to the top of this 7. This is now going to be the spot to break to maintain the bullish rise. Hopefully we do not go under what I consider right there. I do not want to see us go under that 2, and I want to maintain this structure, which means I want to make sure that we are above the breakdown line over here on this bottom of the channel. As long as we are inside the channel and above the bottom of the channel, I'll maintain my bullish structure. This green line will start shifting up as we get further and further up in price. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a 5-wave structure right here on the 4-hour. I can count it right here. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Where is the pullback I am seeing? Potentially the 382. The 382 can be the largest pullback on a wick. I don't want to see a body close down here. I want to see a wick and a close above this yellow line. I'm going to hold this RSI, or this Fibonacci retracement, right here and pay attention to it. It looks like we may be pulling back short term. Now, how is the count going to play out? Well, as long as we close our next candle above 51,750, we will maintain a 5. As long as we close the 6 above 52,650, we will maintain a 6. And as long as we close above 53.8, we will maintain a 7. Now, if we get to our 7, even on a slow bounce, we will most likely see a reset of the count. It'll be a little bit difficult if we're consolidating way down in this area to break back with an 8 and a 9. I would think a reset of the count will be likely. This volume is looking great as long as this candle can close with more than 50% of the body. So 4%, as long as it can close 2%, right there. So as long as it can close above there, I will consider this a bullish candle. And let me draw a line right there so people know where the line is, just to make sure on the 4-hour. The 4-hour is my primary trading chart. As long as we close above this green line, I maintain my bullish posture, short term. We are getting dangerously close to that, and the bulls and bears are fighting very hard to make a decision on this. If we go to the 1-hour, we are seeing that this, unfortunately, is starting to look like a bearish engulfing candle. If you don't know what a bearish engulfing candle is, it is where the body of this candle right here is swallowed by the following candle body. There is a bullish engulfing, there is a bearish engulfing. If this candle closes, and this is where I recommend knowing your candlesticks and candlestick patterns. So this is 1.5%, so let's go to 0.75%. Close enough. All right, and we'll draw a line through here. As long as this candle, this red candle here, closes below this green line, it will be considered a bearish piercing candle. A bearish piercing candle is where a price flip is occurring and the newest candle is closing its body over 50% of the distance of the previous candle's swing. That is my rule for a bearish piercing candle. Some people only take the bodies and ignore the wicks. I take the body and the wick into consideration for this because on the lower level time frames, you start seeing closes at these highs and lows. So I think that it is important to be as conservative as possible here, and that is my most conservative view, is including the wicks and the shadows. So as long as we close this red candle in the next 20 minutes above $55,000.29 or $55,029.73, I will think that this run is continuing to the upside. All right, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I hope you're going to enjoy this weekend. Tomorrow's video is going to be about the altcoins. I am going to be taking a look at Binance. I did see Binance's token go up some ungodly amount. It almost looked like 75% in the last day because of something called Pancake Swap on DeFi. I do not know anything about DeFi. I don't pay attention to the project. So maybe I'll do a little bit of reading, and I will try and do a little short video tomorrow potentially on what that is. All right. Bye for now.